I had a lot of trauma as a child. I had a lot of child abuse, and I was in between homes, and I went to, I think, 13 schools by the time I was in 7th grade, getting pulled out of schools for numbers of reasons. I had a defining moment when I was 12 years old, living with my dad and my stepmother. It was instilled in me from the Mexican side of my family that we all go to college. And so I was like, gosh, well, if they're not banking on me to go to school, I better bank on me. And at the time, I was a C and D student. I was sitting in my room. I was often locked in there, and I was reading a book. And I remember kind of, initially when parents say some things, maybe you don't necessarily believe them. But a year later, I was like, oh no, they mean it. They do not care about what happens. I sat there in my room and I was like, okay, well, I've got to find a way out of here. Like I got to climb out of this hole if I want to make anything of myself. And the answer that came to me was, you have got to read your way out of this. And so I started reading a book a day. And I did that for years and years. I ended up graduating second in my class. I full honors, 5.0 GPA, academic scholarships. I left that house my senior year. I actually didn't even finish school at that home.